Courtney Clenny, on April the 3rd, 2022, murdered her boyfriend, Christian Umbuselli, the Instagram only models fan. Now, who you date is your personal business till you make it a public affair. Umbuselli made it a public affair to make known his disdain and hate for African American women. Now, the source of his disdain, in my opinion, in my professional, social, and psychological studies, he was rejected by women of the black community because they thought he was corny. They didn't find him attractive at all. That's just my opinion, but I'm pretty much correct in my opinion. Now, a week before the murder, I call it premeditated murder, she had him removed from the lease. I don't know if he knew that. I don't know if she actually had him removed from the lease, because I think that if she did have him removed from the lease, it was done illegally and he didn't know about it. Or if it was done after she murdered him. In other words, the landlord or the manager drafted up a new lease after the murder to make it look as though this happened prior to the murder. Either way, if you took the man off the lease, why was you still letting him come over there? But the facts, the evidence right now is that it doesn't add up. Now, we have this neighbor who claims that he had a clear view of the apartment of Clenny and Christian, saying that he witnessed a week before that he attempted to strike her. Now, you know why I say that's a lie? Because only him is saying that. And think about this. You seeing an altercation going on in the apartment, but you never pick up your phone to record. So now we are left with this one accusation that the neighbors saw him attempt to strike her. There is no validity in that. Everybody that knows him saying that she was prone to striking and fighting him. Now let me tell you why she murdered him. Because she got tired of her monkey. See, any woman, no matter what race you are, any woman knows when she's dealing with a less of a man. She may tolerate the man, but she knows she's dealing with less of a man. And at some point, she would kill that man. She would do something to that man. That disdain for that man would act itself out in a way like this: murder. Now, when you make it a public affair to berate black women, this is a personal thing. This is a personal, what I call phobia that you have for black women because they rejected him. Simply stated, 90% of men and women that turned gay, they was rejected. They was rejected by the opposite sex. They was rejected by somebody that they deeply liked, and when that rejection came, it made them go the other way. Now, that's just my opinion. Now, with this guy here, you would think that his sisters and his brothers, close friends, would the kind of told him to tone down your declaration for your disdain for black women. Apparently, they didn't. Today, they cry and they mourn his death. Rightfully so, they can do that. But my take on this issue is that when you date outside your race, know one thing: all women of any race do the same thing. But the reason why I must blame him for his own death is because any man that gets up and think that another race or species is better than you, you are worthy of this thing because you basing it on a racial issue. Every man and woman must be based on their own character, their own merit, not their race. I remember growing up when people used to say in my race and other people, they say white people can't sing, white people can't dance. Well, I knew at that time that they made that declaration that it was a lie because we tried to set a standard that if they don't dance like me or sing like me, they can't dance. That's nonsense. So here's the conclusion of the matter. She saw him as less than a man because he berated black women and praised her. By praising her, he began to cater to her. She lost respect for him as a man and as a person because he showed himself to be a common Negro slave of the mind. Now, a lot of y'all probably don't understand this, but every white person know when they dealing with a black person that has those traits. They know, just like you know that you have those traits. It's a reality, okay? This is why I don't have a problem getting on her speaking of reality. I may make some black people mad, white people mad, but that's gonna happen. That's gonna happen because when you speak and you speak with a balance and you speaking honestly, you're supposed to make a lot of people upset and a lot of people, and some people will agree. But I don't get on here so you can agree with me. I get on here so you can critique and come to your own conclusion. This is just my opinion. But I can tell you this here. I would never date outside my race and then get on social media and disrespect my race. If I chose to date outside my race, it would be just that. I wouldn't make it a social media event. But when you do that, pretty much every white person in the world knows that you are jiggable. They don't have to tell you. They'll treat you accordingly. Now, how do I think this is going to play out? She already brought up this mental illness. I think it's going to play out like this here. She rich. She white. She have to find a sympathetic jury that's willing to set her free. That's how it's going to play out. Even though the facts, the evidence at this moment shows that she is the aggressor, a dead man can't talk. She's going to walk. She's going to walk free. Here's why. On that date, she's saying she was in self-defense. She stabbed him. There's nobody to contradict that account. Unless that neighbor or somebody in that very apartment can see up in there that will come forth. But at this moment, the dead person can't talk. So she's going to walk free. Simply because the DA charged her don't mean anything. They'll charge you just to try you, just to see if they can get you to plea bargain or get a conviction. But at this very moment, I'm not sure why the district attorney charged her, because at this moment there was no probable cause, because there was really nobody to contradict her story. And I think that's lost on a lot of people and even her family. A dead man cannot talk. Only two people know what happened there. That's her and that's him. The DA charged her in hopes of getting her on the stand and tripping her up. And I'm going to tell you like this here. She's going to take the stand because she knows there's no way to contradict what she's saying. She's going to take the stand and she's going to walk. The facts of this case at this moment say she walked. Y'all dismissed. Have a nice day.